Hallihallo, ich bin jetzt Scaller und wir spielen weiter mit der VW Fantazio und kämpfen gerade gegen Heismay. Wir haben herausgefunden, der richtige Heismay hat einen Schatten, die restlichen nicht. Und dementsprechend wissen wir jetzt zumindest mal, wen wir angreifen sollen. Passt. Das macht die Sache viel, viel einfacher. Wie stehst du eigentlich zu heiligen Schaden? Was hat's jetzt so?
Let's go.
Das ist einfach so.
Right there. Still standing, I see. Only a flesh wound. This is nothing.
So, damit sollten wir es doch haben.
For all that we strive for.
Na, noch nicht. Er hält sich. Er hält sich hartnäckig. Ja, jetzt haben wir ihn.
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess?
Satisfactory. I shall strive to use this power wisely.
I'd expect no less.
Entfernt Schwächen für alle Verbündeten.
How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A Ujif drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
Ich halte ihn nicht für den Schuldigen. Ja, er ist der Schuldige. Ich halte ihn nicht für den Schuldigen.
I don't think he's the culprit.
I agree. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully. It was the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They were...
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Nein.
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Gut.
Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heismay. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsman yet.
What are we going to do with Heismay tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on. You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone.
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne. And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story, hmm?
Das ist eine lange Geschichte.
It's a long story.
It is even stranger that the youngest of you is the actual candidate. Still, I suppose I can see why they'd put their trust in you. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
Schauen wir
This is
mal.
all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Ah.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here.
Was für ein schrecklicher Tag.
Hey!
Ich hoffe, für Neures und den anderen geht es gut, aber jetzt sollten wir erstmal schlafen, damit wir morgen fit sind.
What you wanna know?
Worum geht es? Möchten Sie etwas in Erfahrung bringen? Da lang dann wohl. Na gut. Soll ich schlafen gehen? Ja.
Good night.
Gute Nacht. Gute Nacht dir auch.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay believed himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We also need to get some information out of Barden.
Are you awake?
Ja, komm rein.
Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Wait, but Heismay's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner. Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you all right? Where's Heismay? What happened here? Oh, he reeks of alcohol. Nurus, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heismay was blathering on about some things I found.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some... Ah!
Ja, er ist noch da.
Now, what's all the commotion?
Ah, that was it. He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Überhaupt nicht.
Not.
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Nurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I record. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else.
Und zwar?
Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
inside the town.
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case too.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very men responsible for the bounty on your head.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn myself.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Strange. I don't recall the kidnappers' tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Barden, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that?
Was.
Did you hear it, lad?
Nein, ich habe nichts
No,
gehört.
I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
Heismay!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heismay?
I got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris. He framed Heismay with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the...
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heismay heard in the night.
Nurse is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heismay's reports that shook me. No, I saw something. It was right after I slung Heismay into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog. It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of it. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself.
There. You're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris? I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heismay.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heismay's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
Das glaube ich auch. Das hat keinen Zweck. Heismay wurde angeblich noch nicht gefunden, daher kann die Blockade des Tors nicht aufgehoben werden. Anscheinend suchen sie überall nach ihm. Was haben wir dann für einen Plan? Sollen wir uns einfach reinschleichen? Hallo, hier drüben. Das klingt nach... Es kommt von dort. Ruft er nach uns? Aha. Warum ist Heismay bei dir? Die Wache am Tor hat gesagt, dass er noch nicht gefunden wurde. Ich bin der Primus der Wache und der Wahrheit verpflichtet. Ich muss sie ermitteln und durchsetzen. Nur darum geht es. Der ganze Ärger hätte vermieden werden können, wenn sie mich einfach einen Kopf kürzer gemacht hätten. Sie sind schon seltsam. Warum sind sie so plötzlich geflohen? Ich habe ganz genau aufgepasst. Als Lady Johanna die Tür zum Zimmer öffnete, habe ich einen Kinderschrei gehört. Und Lady Johanna ist... Nun, sie ist kinderlos. Was auch immer sie gehört haben, es kann nicht ihr Kind gewesen sein. Kein Kind könnte sich unbemerkt in ein schwer bewachtes Schloss schleichen. Der Entführer muss sich innerhalb dieser Mauern befinden. Ich wette, dieses Wiesel Morris hat was damit zu tun. Er hat uns angelogen und versucht, uns durch einen Menschen töten zu lassen. Morris? Nein, das ist absurd. Ich kann nicht zulassen, dass noch mehr unschuldige Kinder entführt werden. Werden Sie mir helfen, das alles zu beenden? Ich habe sonst niemanden. Ja. Aber sicher, wenn wir Ihren Kopf nicht mehr für den Wettkampf benutzen können, brauchen wir ohnehin einen Ersatz. Wir sind dabei, oder Alex? Aber sicher doch. Ich stehe in Ihrer Schuld. Es erschien uns, dass kein Entführer der Opfer unter unseren Augen ins Schloss bringen konnte. Nicht, wenn wir alle aufpassen. Aber es gab einen alten unterirdischen Tunnel, von dem nicht mal die Schlosswache etwas wusste. Und Heismay ist derjenige, der ihn aufgedeckt hat. Dort unten ist der Platz, um Geiseln zu verstecken. Morris könnte euch davon bewusst sein. Genau unter dem Haus der Lady? Ganz schön dreist. Okay, an die Arbeit. Ihr dürft über die Brunnensackgasse am Ende der Viehtriebgasse dorthin gelangen. Ich muss zurück auf meinen Posten, aber ich zähle auf euch. Ein Brunnen, der zu einem unterirdischen Kanal führt. Alle sind bereits zur Brunnensackgasse aufgebrochen. Wir müssen die Viehtriebgasse folgen, also sollten wir unsere Vorbereitung schnell abschließen. Ja. Aber nicht mehr heute. Dann sage ich schön, dass ihr dabei wart. Lasst ein Like und ein Abo da, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Und bis nächstes Mal. Euer Agent. Ciao.